you. So now we are going to see about different modalities of Vishram Wellness Center. What all we do. Okay, so let us start with what is Reiki. So Reiki, as you know, is a Japanese healing technique. Okay, which would be used for healing any physical, mental, emotional, relationship problems, even financial problems. Okay, so it can be done through touch healing as well as distance healing. Now, how does Reiki work? Reiki works through energy healing. So we are concentrating on the chakras and the aura. Chakras are the energy centers of the body, and aura is the energy field of any person. So we concentrate on the chakras and aura, and we pass on the energy through touch as well as through distance. So what are the benefits of Reiki if we are learning, okay, and practicing? So it's like acts as a deep relaxation. So there are many things that it helps in better sleep, better immunity, pain relief. It helps in reducing blood pressure, controlling the insulin production of the body. So many other things, as well as like for your spiritual growth, emotional cleansing, emotional healing. So it also acts as a therapy, like alternative therapy to supplement many severe cases, like even for cancer treatment. For those things also you can use Reiki, because it not only helps you for physical, mental, emotional, but also for healing relationship as well as financial aspects. Because what we believe in Reiki is like wherever there is a fall of positive energy, wherever there is a excess of negative energy, then that can lead to problems. So when we are including a lot of positive energy, okay, then we can balance whatever problems are there. We can heal all those problems and we can maintain equilibrium. Okay, so that is what is about Reiki. Okay, then we go to the next thing as to what are the levels of Reiki. At our Vishram Wellness Center, what we do is the first level and the second level. First level is the basic about what all we learn about, what we learn about chakras, aura, and what is Reiki, the principles of Reiki. And then the second level starts. Second level is about the symbols which we are like, which was taught to us or given to us by our first master, Dr. Mika Usui. So the symbols we use for physical healing, for like any kind of emotional healing, as well as for distance healing. So that those things we learn in the first and second level. So we learn about pyramid protection, water charging, room charging, self protection, as well as healing self and others, how to heal the relationship. All those things we cover in the second level. Okay, and then what comes is after that, in our modality we teach Karuna Reiki. Okay, Karuna Reiki is supposed to be the healing which is done for uh, solving all the karmic problems. What are the karmic problems? Any karmic problems, any problems which come from the past birth, which is carried forward, okay, to this birth, and where we are having any kind of problems, severe problems which doesn't have any logic behind it. But these are the things which are being carried forward. So all those uh, techniques about how to connect to your inner soul, connect to your inner self, that is all you to connect to the soul. What is soul world? Why are we born here? What is the purpose of our birth? Everything is covered in Karuna Reiki. We learn about the ages of soul. We learn about like how to heal our karmas, who is our soul guide, what is the soul family, all those things. And it includes 9 different symbols to help you heal not only the physical, emotional, all the financial issues and all, but also to heal whatever the karmic issues which we have brought forward from our past lives. Okay, so that is what was about Karuna Reiki. It's a very powerful healing technique. Then we go ahead with Dr. Mikausi's healing system, which is like Reiki level 3, in which we teach psychic surgery. Now, psychic surgery is about we do the laser surgery. We, with the help of the lasers, we like clear different patterns, any old patterns as well as any physical issues. So, if suppose we have like any operation which the doctor would have told, but if suppose we do have time, We are not talking about some emergency case here, but we are talking about, suppose there is a blockage in the heart, or whether there are kidney stones, or things like fibroids, and if we are having sufficient time, like maybe 2 3 months, doctor has said after 2 3 months you can go for a surgery. So such cases have been healed with the help of psychic surgery of Reiki, where we are like able to do the surgery with the help of the laser crystal by practicing a Reiki method. It is like we do a virtual surgery, and with certain sittings we are able to clear, dissolve those blockages or those stones, and we are able to heal that person, not only for the physical level but also for the mind level. Anybody is having chronic depression or anxiety issues, or even phobias, or anything which they have like carried forward from some some deeper fear, or lack of confidence, all those things also can be cleared with the help of the psychic surgery. So when we read the psychic surgery, we are becoming more advanced, and this improves not only our like overall energy of the chakras as well as the aura, but also intuitively we are becoming much stronger, and we are able to look for the problems and clear those problems. Even when we are doing the psychic surgery, many things are revealed about that patient, even about ourselves, and even the root cause of many things which has been coming on the surface. Those things can be cleared with the help of the psychic surgery. Okay, then after that comes the mastership. So mastership is a bigger commitment. It is like done after like you have practiced sufficiently, and you have healed many number of cases. Then you can proceed forward to mastership. In mastership, you have been taught to teach others, as well as what are the like how to do the attunement. In Reiki, as you know, there is like the procedure of attunement, that is clearing of different chakras. Okay, clearing the blockages of the student. So we will be learning about how to do the attunement of somebody else, or even for our own self, and how to teach different levels. So all those things, so it is about a more we are progressing spiritually, and even energy wise, where we are able to guide more people. So that is what is Reiki mastership. After adequate practice of Reiki mastership, maybe a year or so, then we can proceed to Reiki Grand Mastership. So Reiki Grand Mastership is about how to make Reiki masters, how to train them. Okay, so how to teach them about attunements, and it is much more advanced level. So these are the levels of Reiki which we are like we cover in our Vishram Wellness Center. Okay, then let us go ahead with the another modality which we do, that is angel therapy. Most of you have been asking about what angel therapy is. So, the very purpose of having this particular presentation is about covering all those modalities which people are very curious about as to what happens in that. So, see, angel therapy is a very like very cute, and that is how I put it. But it's a very sweet and very divine experience which we have with angels. It is like it involves communication with the angels. It's about how we connect to them, and we see like the how the healing takes place. Often people do see certain repeated numbers. They see butterflies quite often, or some unique birds, or they find feathers. Sometimes out of nowhere you have some sudden fragrance coming, and suddenly you feel sometimes as if somebody has touched you, and you find nobody there. So we believe like these are the ways where the angels are trying to communicate with you. Now the thing is, why are they trying to communicate with you? There are many reasons. Certain things which I could say is because maybe you have a lot of love energy within. You may be very compassionate. Certain more things are maybe you are spiritually getting advanced, or you have a very higher role to play in this world, or maybe you are meant to be helpful to many more people. So you might be a divine soul. So these things could be the reason why the angels are trying to connect with you by giving some messages. But when we are not aware of the world of angels or about angel therapy, so we are overlooking many of these messages. We don't know what these messages mean. But seeing the repeated number, like people say, see certain numbers which is on a like repeatedly I see certain numbers. So each number in angel therapy has got a significance and a meaning. Okay, so it is about like what they are trying to communicate. So based on what numbers you are seeing, so there are certain messages which the angels are trying to give you. So certain times it is about like just hang on, don't worry, help is on its way. Certain times it is about like believe in yourself, or certain times about look closely, you would find some solution. So there are every time there is some meaning behind those numbers. So angel therapy is basically about connecting with the angels, taking their help in healing any kind of problems which you are facing. It could be as small as finding keys which you probably lost, or as big problem as maybe solving some court cases. It could be anything. But angel therapy is about like connecting with the archangels, knowing about the angel world, and then connecting with them, asking for help. And they are such divine beings. They are non-judgmental. They are not here to judge anybody, and they are always there to help. So it is irrespective of which religion anybody is, you can connect to the angels because they are nothing but the lights of God. So they are like the light beings who are ready to help you, because they are the bridge between the humans as well as the like divine world or the gods. So angel therapy is about a therapy or a healing technique which we take the help of the angels who heal different problems. We ask for guidance. We also give you a lot of guidance, direct communication, indirect communication. Direct communication where you get messages through the meditation also. Indirect communication where you get some messages through, as I said, like some numbers or certain things, like maybe you read certain book and what you were looking for, you get certain codes there, you get certain help. You're looking at some movie or some program and you see a similar situation happening there, and you get a solution out of there. So that is what we call as a indirect communication. So these things happen, and you know about angels more closely, and it's about how to connect and get their help, and how to use that in healing your life. So that is what is about angel therapy. If you are parallelly having any doubts, you can put it on the chat. Okay, so that if anything we need to clear, we can do it. Or at the end, we can have a question answer session. Okay, because we are covering many more modalities now. Okay. Okay, now people do ask about Akashic record. Now, what is Akashic record? Now, it is said that in the soul world there is this whole library which is called as like the Akashic library, which is having all the records of all of us, everybody in this world, everybody in the universe. So it holds a record of each and every person. Now, Akashic records are basically the records which we can like use for reading about whatever has happened to us, or is happening, or is about to happen. We can also read about all the past lives. Okay, and we can get to know as to what could be the reason why we are going through certain things. And we also have the techniques to heal the Akashic records as to, so that we can change the course of action. So Akashic Records is more like a guidance which is given by your soul guide through the Akashic Records about whatever questions you have. Like certain times it is also about what I need to do from here. How can I go ahead? What I need to choose. So it could be about any question. It is about any past question, what has gone wrong, what I could correct, or it is about what is going on in the current life. You want some solution or some way of some guidance. Everything is clear to you through the Akashic records. You can also do Akashic records reading for the clients. Okay, so once you have learned the modality, you can even like do the Akashic record reading for the clients, and you can even heal their records. Akashic record reading, we do it with the permission of the person. We do not, we have certain set of rules which we follow. We do not read randomly anybody's Akashic record. That is not accepted. Okay, we do the Akashic record reading of ourselves and anybody who wants the record to be read. So we not only read, but we also heal those Akashic records. So we can even heal any past traumas through the Akashic record of that person, as well as the current situation. So it gives you a lot of spiritual insight about why certain things are happening, okay, as well as to come out of those things. So Akashic records are more like a personal guidance which you are getting, like how you have a personal guide, okay, who helps you. So Akashic records actually act as a personal guide to help you know about many more things and how to deal with them, as well as to heal those things. If you want to know about, and we can even do the Akashic records reading for certain worldly situations, about any particular calamity or something, what would be the course of action. Okay, so it also guides us about what to do or what could be the future prediction. We can, like how we have, like the prediction of the monthly prediction based on the star sign or sun signs. We can also do a prediction of a month or a day through the Akashic record. Okay, so that is what is about Akashic records. So now we go ahead with the other, like the importance of what, like the benefits. So you get to know the sole purpose of your life. So why you are born, what you want to do, you get to know about more about it, more guidance. You can discover your inner soul or your inner self as well. It helps you to heal at a physical, emotional, mental level. You can ask different questions. Why this is happening in my business, why this is happening in my relationship, as well as how to heal those things. And you also have the symbols to heal these things in the Akashic records. Okay, then it is about clearing any past blockages, fear, anxiety, phobia through the Akashic record healing. It helps you to have better choices, okay, because it helps you to arrive at solutions, because you are tapping on the soul's wisdom. Your soul is supposed to be wise. Your soul is depicting the information or knowledge through the Akashic records. So you can also have better choices because your soul knowledge is getting tapped, and you identify limitless possibilities. You are also given option, like if you're choosing this could be the course of life. If you're choosing this could be the course of life. It is more like your personal guide, where your soul guide is guiding you through the Akashic records. Okay, so these are the benefits of Akashic records. Okay, now what is crystal therapy? Now in our school of Reiki or our Vishwan Wellness Center, we do connect with crystals. Okay, and we use crystals for healing. Now, what are crystals actually? Crystals are like the precious stones or semi-precious stones which come from the earth. Okay, there this particular image is about a very big crystal cave. So can you can see like how big the crystal cave is, that like the person seems so small or tiny in that cave. Okay, so these are the stones which can be used for curing any ailments or protecting yourself from any diseases, or even from any evil eye or any negative vibes from people. You can store positive energy in that, and that allows you to increase your confidence, increase the power of your energy field, your aura. Okay, so makes you happy, makes you free from any kind of depression or anxiety, fear, as well as any other negative emotions which are trapped inside. Crystals also help you to stay healthy, improve your immunity, okay, and heal any pains or diseases. There are different crystals. Okay, there are like different crystals, like you have clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, lapis lazuli. You have turquoise. You have garnet. You have like tiger's eye. Many crystals. Obsidian, like black tourmaline, and so many things. Each crystal has got different properties, and certain like crystals suit you better than many other crystals. So crystals also have a particular frequency based on your personality, your thought process. Certain crystals would be very beneficial for you. So crystals resonate with you, connect with you, just like how the in Harry Potter there is this wand, and every person, a particular wand connects with them. Likewise, crystals have a very close interaction. Now we will be learning about, basically about what past life regression is. But when we have done the past life regression about, even the mineral life or, plant life, animal life for people, we have found like in the mineral life, and some people have could recollect the life as a crystal, as a stone, and the consciousness when they were a crystal was so huge. So through that also we have come to understand that, crystals have a different consciousness, and they are completely here just to help people to heal in different way. The outlook of the crystals is just like how the plants are, like, it's just about giving, giving, giving. So it is a completely different way of, you connect with those crystals, no matter you are not able to understand. But there are so many case studies where they are programming a crystal for a particular thing. We do charge and we program and charge and give that crystal to people. And when there are certain things like, there are case studies about this lady who wanted like to get pregnant. She was like, trying to conceive, and when I told what you want me to program, she said like, I want to I want to get pregnant. I was like, any more thing you want to program? She said, no, that's all. Okay, so I programmed this for her, and once she, she got pregnant, and for the safe delivery, and after that, suddenly the crystal, like, it vanished out of nowhere. She always used to be keeping that in her purse and daily healing it. And one fine day, she's saying that it is not in her purse, and it is like she's saying like, I'm keeping it in this particular pouch every day, and it is like no longer seen. And it is not one, it is just one of the case study. There are so many case studies, like people have put a goal about, about like they want to buy a house, and they have kept that crystal at the house, and they have been healing every day, puja room in that mandir, and they have been healing every day. And then suddenly when that goal is manifested, one find that the crystal is not there. And it is like not at every place the crystal vanishes. No, I have got crystals which is with me even for some 18 years now. But I say that, because we keep on more putting more programs and adding. But there are even cases where, when your goal is achieved, then the crystals, it's something like the how the soul would leave that crystal, something like that. The purpose of the crystal is done. Now it is like probably reincarnating to become maybe a plant or so. Okay, so it is something like, we have noted that kind of a difference also. And sometimes if something negative is going to happen, so many a times the crystal would soak it into itself, and we also see that the crystal would break. So if a crystal breaks, it is also not to be taken as a wrong thing. It has to be taken as, a way like, okay, something, because we have added a protection command into the crystal. So if something wrong is going to happen, so many a times the crystal absorbs, and it that negative it would attract, and it would see to it that you're not getting harmed. So crystals have a different consciousness altogether. I know it seems a bit unbelievable, but you will experience, only if you use and you connect, you will experience different ways how the crystals are trying to bring about a lot of positivity into your life. And you see the difference when you use it. Because when I started to look at it, I was a complete non-believer. I always had a very scientific way of approach, like, yes, like, how could these things ever happen? But when I saw so many people getting so many experiences, then you slowly start to trust, and then you become more strong believer when you see such experiences in your personal life. Okay, so that is about crystal therapy. What are the benefits of crystal healing? Okay, the bracelets, the image is about, showing like there are different kinds of crystals. So there are jade, then tiger's eye, rose quartz, like amethyst, and so many more. Okay, then it is about like, it helps you to remove the negative energy from the body. It helps you to balance and align energies in the body for pain reduction, boosting immunity, energy, increasing your energy level, healthy sleep, as well as it also there are certain crystals which are for business zones, for attracting more finance. There are also crystals for improving the relationship. so many things. Okay, so crystals are like different crystals, or even for improving the concentration of kids. Okay, to improve their grasping power, there are crystals for each and everything. So because each and every stone has got a different purpose, or it helps you in different way. So it is very important to know, like, what matches with your frequency, what is the best for you, and then that you can get it. Okay, so that is what is about crystal therapy and benefits of crystal healing. Okay, now let us come to numerology. Now, what is numerology? Now I am sure, like, everybody knows that numerology has to deal with, has got the connection with the numbers. Now everybody is born on a specific date of birth. So, like, we talk about two numbers here. One number is about, for instance, like, say the, it is about the date on which you are being born. It could be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is one of the number, and the total of the entire date of birth. So these two numbers actually are about, it is bringing about a lot of things. It tells you about your own personality. What is your personality? What is your sole purpose? Why you are born here? So based on your date of birth, we are able to make out about what exactly is your personality, what is your soul calling. Okay, so numerology is a very ancient study. It has been found even in Greek civilization, Indian civilization. Okay, so and even in Egyptian civilization. So it is an ancient study which is about different numbers and combination of different numbers. And if your name is like reflecting, or the same frequency of your date of birth, it would be more better. So even people, you would have seen like how celebrities, they come out with a different spelling suddenly. Okay, so why so? Because they want to bring about a good effect, or for whatever reason they have been born. So whatever energy is stored in the date of birth, that effect they want to bring with their name, so that the energy is parallel. Okay, they are able to get a higher energy or better energy, better performance by improving the energy of the name. So what we call as, we are manifesting the soul power or the soul energy in the name. So what is done is like there is a letter correction, the name or the spelling correction. Okay, which brings about whatever they are born with, the energy they are able to attract with the name numerology. Okay, so this is the art of helping you tap the underlying patterns. The every, like, every person has been given certain gifts. Okay, and that gifts, whatever it is, it is coded in your date of birth. So once we decode that, we will be able to understand what are our gifts, why we are born with that, and how to tap that. So we are able to understand more about our own self by understanding the numbers. So as I said, there are two type of numbers. One is the date on which you are born. If it is suppose 22, then you do the total, it would be 2 plus 2, it would be 4. So the benefits of what is the personality based on you being of number 4. Likewise, if it is like the total of date of birth, so if it comes to 6, then like what would be the benefits, or what are the soul calling if you are a 6. Okay, so it is a very vast modality about different numbers playing different roles. And then once you understand about numbers, about people's personality, then you completely understand why a particular person is behaving in a particular way. Because okay, this is because this is their number. Okay, this is their numerologically, this is what is their personality. So they are not faking it, this is what they are. So many times it is because of a combination of two different numbers. You also understand which number is more compatible towards you and which number isn't. Okay, so and you also know about lucky numbers. Then this helps you to buy particular properties. Okay, which property would, if you see different flats, which flat would be giving you the highest benefit. All those things we learn in the numerology. Okay, so that is what is about the numerology. Okay, then coming to what is moksha. Also see the image, there is about snakes and ladders over here. Okay, what is like this snakes and ladder? It looks like a game, right? Now, no, we talk about the ancient India, and the Mokshpat reading comes from the ancient India, the wisdom of all the sages, which is put into like the Vedas, Puranas, and the Smritis. So it came in. It used to exist quite previously also, but it was termed as Mokshpat, and it was brought forward by Jnaneshwar or Gyandev as we call him in the 11th century. So this was as a dice game. So you roll a dice, and then there is this you calculate whether by the based on the number, then you go up the ladder down the snake, okay, based on whatever number comes. Each particular quadrant is having some or the other message. So some quadrant is about, if it is like, if suppose the question is, why am I like, not getting some, career success? And when we roll the dice and we get jealousy, so that we come to understand that there are many people who are jealous of your progress, and certain negative energies from them is what is bringing you down. Okay, so then there are remedies as to how you overcome those things. Okay, if it is about, why I am having my issues with my life partner, why are we fighting, why are we not getting along, then if the quadrant comes as ego, if there is like the snake, there is this ego, and then it comes to anger, then it is like the anger which is the root cause and which is creating this inflated ego in you. So then it is about working on your ego, working on controlling the anger. It is all about understanding what are the wrong things which we are doing, which we are not able to understand otherwise. Okay, so when we have a Mokshpat reading, it is about everything, even about the future prediction. If we say I whether I should be going for this job or not, then it when it comes about the positive quadrant, negative quadrant, then with that we say yes, this would suit you. Or else we do ask for the option what or even for any career they want to choose, like whether any stream they want to choose, whether they want to go for arts, commerce, science. That also with this we come to a conclusion as to which stream would be the best suitable for that child. Okay, even about what all things would be more beneficial. People do ask about questions like whether I should take up this job or not, whether this business would be suiting me or not, whether I can be able to migrate to a different country or not. Everything is like we get a reading as to what could happen. Okay, and if it is like in for how long you have to wait, even like questions about marriage. Okay, whether I should like there are certain alliances which click, two or three alliances, and you're not very sure about which you have to choose. So even those answers we get as to which would be the best alliance which would suit you. So whether you have to continue in a relationship or not, so it is completely about a prediction. Okay, as well as what things are going wrong. So we covered different 12 different houses. It would also include like career, finance, properties, or relationship with your siblings, your marriage or children, your own personality. Okay, so enemy quadrant, so many things. So we cover 12 different houses, and we do prediction about each and every house. Okay, so that is what is about the Mokshpat. So it is a very old no, thing which used to be practiced in many temples in ancient India. The priests used to do these readings, but right now it was very few people in India do this modality of Mokshpat. So it is about a very old age knowledge which has been passed on from the Guru Shishya Parampara. Okay, so that is about the Mokshpat. Okay, so then we go about what is about the dream therapy. Now this is a very beautiful technique actually, and it is again uh, very few people are even knowing about this particular thing about dream therapy. Now dream therapy is a combination of psychology as well as spirituality. If and Once we understand about dream therapy, and then we understand why we are getting the dream that we are getting. Okay, so in dream therapy, like see, each one of us, we do have dreams, we see dreams. Okay, few of us do not recollect. It's because we never give importance. If you say like, no, I don't see dreams, it is because probably you've never given importance. Many a time we keep an alarm clock and we wake up. Okay, and when we wake up with a like jerk, like, jolt, like because of the alarm, then we are like completely disconnecting with what we were doing previously. So that's the reason we are not able to remember what the dreams were which we saw. But each one of us do see dreams, and for some people dreams are very clear. They get frequent dreams. Now, according to psychology, what we believe about dream therapy is like, dreams, why do we get? Because certain files are opened and they are not yet closed. That is, certain things you see in dreams are based on any fears which are stored in your subconscious. Okay, right from your maybe childhood time. If you come across a similar situation in the current present life right now, then certain files do open up again. So certain times the subconscious is giving you a offline memory processing. That is, many things we think, right? We Many things we think, and those get stored somewhere in the subconscious. So we probably know certain solutions, like how Albert Einstein said that the theory of relativity he could see in the dreams. There are certain people, I don't recollect the name right now, but there was this case study of this particular scientist who could actually form the complete image of the spaceship, how the spaceship should be and all, because he saw the same image in his dreams. Now, what happens is, according to psychology, many times we read so many things, we hear, we process, but in the conscious state, we are not able to bring it all forward. So, in the dream, there is this offline processing which is taking place, and you are getting the solution there. So many a times you get the solution, okay, in the dreams. At certain times, these things are even the fear which manifests. Okay, certain things which we are overlooking, those things are also coming. It is also a healing which takes place in the dream. Subconsciously, whatever information is there is coming on the conscious level when we are watching a dream. Now, again, what would be the spiritual reason behind the dreams? The spiritual reasons are, they say that your spirit guide is trying to communicate to you in the dreams. Okay, they are trying to give you certain guidance, give you certain messages. Sometimes your departed ones, your loved ones, okay, they come to like they give you certain messages in the dreams. Okay, so dreams are always some message, they hold some message for you. So once you know about your dreams, we call it as journaling. We maintain journal. Okay, there are certain techniques which we follow in the dream therapy, and then we recollect the dreams. We make a note of it, and then we understand what the messages are, because we have the symbolism in the dream. Like there is like we share the message about the symbolism. Each particular dream has got a particular meaning. If you see a lion, what it means. If you see a tiger, what it means. Okay, if you see somebody chasing you, what it means. Okay, so every particular thing has got a different message. Okay, so it is, dream therapy is about understanding what your subconscious is trying to tell you. It is also about understanding what your soul guide or the universe is trying to tell you. Okay, for instance, if you see a dog chasing you in the dream, okay, so then see, any kind of pet is like, it is about your friends. Okay, your pets you see in dream is about friends. So suppose that is the symbolism. Pets are like, in the dream it means your friends. Okay, so if you see a dog chasing you or attacking you, it means that your friends are probably turning bad, or they are trying to be like, backstabbers. Okay, so that is a way of showing that that is what you see when you see the dogs are attacking you in dream. If you see that you are having good time with the dogs or any other pet like cats, that means you are having good rapport or friendship with your friends. Okay, so there is a reason why you are seeing a dream. Not everything would mean, oh my god, I saw like a dog attacking me, will that be true? But no, look at in your current life and situation, why you are having that dream. Are you facing some conflicts with your friends? Okay, likewise, if you see like some other thing, like you see like uh, a particular house. Okay, a house can represent a particular your life. House is replicating your life. Now if you see a secret room which was not there in the house, it could mean that there are certain secrets in your life, and which is coming in the form of a separate room, a secret room. So dream therapy could tell you more about what is going on in your life. Okay, and it can tell you more about what your subconscious mind is thinking. So dream therapy could be a window inside your life, okay, whatever is going on, as well as certain ideas, or certain messages which your spirit guide or universe is trying to communicate to you. So dream therapy could be like more helpful, because certain times when which I see as a counselor, as a psychologist, we take time to understand a particular client. Okay, because the subconscious is so vast. So but if they disclose about their dreams, we are able to conclude quite faster. Okay, whereas maybe to understand that person it takes some 2 3 sittings or 4 5 sittings. But by discussing their dreams, even in first sitting we understand so much about that client. So it applies to you as well. When you try to know about yourself, dreams could be a very big window to enter or understand about your subconscious mind, as well as certain messages that the universe is trying to tell you. Okay, so that is what is about dream therapy. Okay, now coming to signature analysis. What happens in signature graphology? Now, handwriting or signature analysis is like your individual personality. It also talks about how complex you are, what are your ambitions, okay, your feelings, whether you feel superior, inferior, okay, or whether you are lonely or whether you are you like company. Signature tells so much about you, so much. So it is so important to have the right kind of signature. Okay, I will be sharing certain tips here about having the right kind of signature. Okay, so now certain tips about having a positive signature. Now it is very important that your you when you sign, okay, whatever like your name is, the first alphabet or of the last name, the first alphabet is of capital letters. Okay, so and it the first alphabet, not the entire signature. Okay, the first alphabet, suppose if your name is like Amitabh Bachchan, so A of Amitabh would be in capital letters, Bachchan B would be in capital letters, all other alphabets would be in small letters. Okay, and that first letter, first alphabet which you sign, should be bigger than the other alphabets. When about this other things about the size of the signature, it should be relatively same, except for the first alphabet. All other things should be relatively of the same size. It should not be one big, one small, one big, one small. It should be like proportionate. The signature should be quite sober as well as legible. Okay, legible in the sense it should be, your name should be seen. Often we are being told that the signature should be something which nobody could make out, so that people cannot replicate it. Okay, but believe me, the more complex the signature, it is more easy to replicate, especially if somebody is going to do the signature forgery, they would be able to do anything anyways. Okay, so it is not like if you're like complicating, then nobody can, sign. Rather, the more complicated your signature is, that means your life is going to be that much complicated, because your signature is about your own personality. It replicates you, and the page is your life. So whatever you sign on the life is yourself. You're depicting yourself on that life. Like the page is the life and the signature is yourself. So that is what it represents. So signature is you yourself, how it is. So if you are making too much of complicated signature, that would mean that you are complicating things unnecessarily. So try to keep your signature as legible as possible. Okay, don't entangle it, don't cut your name. Okay, if you're cutting your name, then you are like acting as a hindrance to your own personal growth. Okay, people do cut their name when they saw when they sign something. So don't cut your name, don't make lot of complications. Don't make a lot of garlands or entangle things, because that acts of that shows more of aggressive personality. So we don't want a lot of anger or aggression in our life. Okay, likewise, see that the signature has to be even. If the signature is even, okay, then that replicates, or that shows that you are having control over your life, you're persistent, you are having proper concentration. Don't make signature which is like going down. If you are making a signature which is going down, most of the time it is about your progress would also go down, or your momentum would go down. Okay, so try to keep it in the straight line, or somewhere towards upwards, not more than 45-degree angle would be recommended, but not more than that. Okay, so these are certain positive tips for having a positive signature. Okay, so even if you're changing signature, may not be on the like all the documents, but if you're changing the signature, okay, and you're signing on a day-to-day basis in your notebook, even for a 1 month's time, you can find a very good change in your lifestyle, whether it is in your career, so or for your personal growth. So there are certain tips which you get to know if you are doing some signature analysis. But if you're doing or the signature graphology course, you understand more about it. You can, if you're doing the signature graphology course, you can even help your family to understand what is going wrong, why even after putting so much of efforts they are not growing, because there is a flaw in their signature. Because how we think is how we write. So by correcting the signature or how we write, we can reprogram our subconscious mind, and then achieving things becomes easier. In one of the last retreat which we had, signature analysis, like signature graphology, there was this lady for whom I gave the signature correction, and she started to practice that. The first day when she started to practice a new signature, then the next day, very next day, she was so happy to get a call from her brother telling that her very huge sum was blocked, very huge amount was blocked. Okay, for many years. Okay, but no, she was having some bad debts. She was not recovering that money, and the very next day she got that money which was blocked. So just by changing the signature, because whatever is like, you can, whatever blockages you have created in your signature, if you could just solve that to make it very simple, and that can also release all the blockages from your life. So signature graphology can bring about a lot of difference if you are changing your signature. You don't have to go and change the signature in your bank or passport. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about changing your signature even with a practice on a personal notebook which you keep and practice. That can also bring about a lot of difference in your life, in relationship, in your confidence, in your finance, in your career, in everything. Okay, so that is what is about signature graphology. At least you can start off with these positive tips which we have shared. Make the handwriting legible. Okay, don't complicate, don't cut. Okay, don't involve any kind of, see, most of the time cut is about self harm. You will see like people like who have Adolf Hitler or Marilyn Monroe or anybody who has committed suicide, they have got the cut in their signature. I don't mean that everybody who is having a cut in the signature are going to end their life, but it is a depiction of self harm. So somewhere they would be harming themselves. So we don't want that to happen, right? So we don't involve any cut in the signature. Don't cut your name. Don't create any kind of tangles or loops. Okay, so avoid that and keep it very simple, legible, so that anybody can see it. Okay, and it would bring and make your life more smooth or remove all the complications. Okay, so that is what about signature analysis, okay, or graphology. Coming to past life regression. What is past life regression? Now, people like you see about Bollywood movies about past life, so they look the same because the Bollywood can't afford such like, if suppose there is like Om Shanti Om, like the Bollywood cannot afford like some other celebrity, so they would be like Shah Rukh Khan is enough, you can't pay for two. Like again, one more celebrity apart from Deepika Padukone, it's not possible, right? So not all the time. So like they generally they show that the past life is like this. They are somewhere with the same like personality, same looks, and same height, same voice. That's not so. Like the past life is about so many different things. Past life in regression, what we do, it's a very easy therapy. Okay, but we need certain time to do it. Like, you have to take out at least 2 3 hours, and you have to come for a session where you have to just you want to know, you are like at least calm and relaxed. We don't do past life regression directly for anybody. If suppose it is a new person, we do recommend certain kind of meditation or pranayam. Okay, because they should have the sufficient spiritual balance or the energy balance to go into the past life. Because what we do in past life, we not only visit, we also heal those whatever unhealed parts are, or whatever traumatic memories are, as well as bring forth all the positive energy from there. So as a Reiki channelist, you would be open for doing the past life regression. But if it is a new person, then we do suggest certain techniques for them to be so that they practice, so that they would be able to go for the past life regression. Okay, so what happens in past life regression, they just have to lie down, and then there would be the therapist, that is, we would be doing the regression in a way that they are able to slowly take their memories to the past life. You don't have to worry, you don't get stuck anywhere, you would be taken and you would be brought back again. But this is something which we don't do online. Offline would be preferred. That is because if suppose certain files are opened up which could need some healing, some extra healing, so at that time, if suppose online disconnection is there, then that is something which I won't be suggesting, because actively we need to know. Suppose you though you are like you are in a complete deeper state of healing here. So that time, if the connection is lost, you won't come to know. You would come to know maybe after 10 15 minutes or so. So that's the reason I don't do it online. Though many people have asked me, but I don't do it online. I do it only offline, face to face, because that helps me to understand better. Okay, and it is for them also, they are assured that I am there, and we also do the healing along with. So what happens in past life regression, we are visiting the file which the soul is aware of. Okay, we are visiting the files as to what are the unhealed patterns which is bringing forward this particular issue. It could be why I'm having these relationship problem with my spouse, or with my parents, or with my kids. What is wrong? What are the unhealed parts? So those parts are getting healed, then automatically you see that their behavior with you changes a lot. So whatever unhealed part we heal in the past life, that brings about a lot of healing in the current life also. Sometimes people are having I had this case about like a girl who was having a lot of fear for water. Okay, so certain times when we or no if we see cases where they have fear for snakes or fire, so in that life we come to know, like maybe they had a accidental death because of falling into water, or a fire accident, or maybe a snake bit them. So when we heal that in that particular past life, and they are in trance, when we heal that, then automatically we give the commands, they are also actively participating in the healing. And then when we bring them back, then slowly they see like they're able to overcome that phobia or fear. They no longer have that fear. Okay, so because the whatever was unhealed there, that is healed, then you are able to come out of it. In past life regression, we have also seen like many of the talents getting opened up. Okay, somebody is, suppose they are not confident now, but in that birth they would have seen that they are very confident, and they are like had so much of talent. Some certain times, even the we have seen like how certain people could even start off with the music practice when they came to know that they were great musicians. And many files were opened up, they could understand about music, and they could like pick up music so fast in this birth. Whereas that was something which they never thought of, but they had seen that they were very good dancers, musicians, and many other things. Even that knowledge gets activated. That knowledge gets activated in the current birth. Okay, even intuition gets activated. if you would have been like very intuitive person, or if you would have been a healer, anything, so that file we visit, we can even bring back, okay, bring back all those energies and the knowledge of that birth to this birth. Okay, so that is also possible with the past life regression. It does immense healing. In a session, some people are even able to visit 5 to 6 past birth. For on an average, it is 2 to 3. For some, it is one birth or so. But for some, if even if they are not able to see, but there is a lot of healing taking place. Okay, because consciously when they some are not able to see, but on the subconscious, lot of healing takes place, and there is a lot of difference when they wake up and they see life in a different angle altogether. So past life regression is not about some kind of trauma. This people do have fear, like what if something opens up. Okay, but we just don't keep it open, we also heal it. So it is a very good way of understanding about your own no, powers of the soul and what all you have done in the past life. Most of the times we get the connection as to why these people, my family people, are there. So you see some person in your current life could be like giving you a lot of problem, but then you see in some other life how kind they were, and why certain times it is about this life is important because certain unhealed things are coming forth because maybe you were not kind to them. So these are certain files which are just opened up, this birth, like certain karmas which are pending. So when you heal that part of you, your bad self there, when you heal that part of you, you see the person who is very bad to you in this birth, automatically they transform. Okay, so past life regression brings about a lot of different. So if you want to know more about it, what all it can do, okay, it helps you to heal the unexplained physical issues. Like certain people have like leg pain continuously, but then in that birth you see like maybe some leg injury happened. So when you heal that, then automatically the leg pain in this birth is also getting healed. Okay, because the root cause is getting healed. So troubled relation can be healed, any emotional stress and trauma. Okay, all these other things which we have mentioned here. Okay, all these things, like even you can activate your spiritual vision, and you get to know more about why the people in this birth, whoever they are, your parents, your children, spouse, friends, lover, whoever is there, what was their role in some other birth. Okay, and we get to know more about the bigger story about your life. Okay, the unexplained things you are able to get to know about it. Okay, so that is about the past life regression. And apart, like what is womb regression? Okay, now womb regression is like past life regression, but not exactly the same. Womb regression is about going back to the time when you were in your mother's womb. Okay, and in that time, if suppose your parents would have had any fight, okay, or any fear you have brought forward while you were in the womb, or it could be some no, mental stress or emotional stress which your mom was facing, which automatically got passed on to you, and then you grow up with those files in you, but you are not aware as to like why are you emotionally so upset, what is happening. But the secrets to those are in the time of like when you were in the womb. Okay, so in that womb you are also aware of certain past life things which you have brought forward. So womb regression session we also do it in online. Okay, because this doesn't require too much of trance like in past life. We just take you to the womb. Okay, and then you are saying whatever is happening. Okay, whatever you are able to see there, and we actively send healing and heal the baby, okay, in the womb. Okay, fetus in the womb, and we connect to the like mother earth and the father sky, and we try to make the balance of all the 5 elements in the body while you were in womb, and clear and make you more happier. So by healing the womb, like by doing the womb regression, we are healing your inner child, we are healing the fetus, we are healing the baby that you were in the womb. And with that, you bring forward all the pleasant memories, and you enjoy the warmth as you were in the mother's womb. This also helps to heal any hereditary or DNA problem. Okay, sometimes we do carry the pattern of the grandmother, mother, and to us. Okay, so we also disconnect any wrong pattern, if at all, if there is. It could be any hereditary issues, any other emotional issues which we automatically carry forward while in womb. When we are again taking you back to the womb, there we can bring about a lot of changes, okay, by healing. Okay, so any hereditary or DNA pattern, that also can be healed by doing the womb regression, as well as bring forward all those purity, that innocence, that happiness which you were gifted by God, by sending you, because you are an angel in the womb, right? So you can bring forward that kind of happiness and purity which you were gifted while you were in the womb, so that you can bring forward when you are again coming back to the normal self, okay, after the regression. So that is what is about the womb regression. We also do money regression. It is about healing any financial issues, why somebody is facing any financial issues. To heal those things also, we do money regression. So whatever problems is there, okay, so that also can be healed, maybe while in the womb, or separately as a money regression, also visiting those files which were like created some kind of a fear about finance or blockages in the finance. Okay, so that is what is about regression, womb regression or money regression. Now what is aura scan? Okay, now aura, as you know, or it is the energy field of every person. Okay, it is an energy field of every person. Now whatever manifests on the physical level, before that it reflects on the aura. Okay, so aura is nothing but the energy field of every person. And we can even take like any photograph. If you take, there can be a live aura or a aura scan done on the photograph. Live aura, if you come to the center, directly we take the aura of you, and then we explain you like what are the problems and what you have to heal. Okay, now about if you send the photograph, even that you get a report. So we can, there are two types of, one is just a general aura, but if you want a detailed report, that also you can get a detailed report about everything, what is going on in your mind, how it is affecting the body, okay, which part of the body is getting affected. It is also coming out with the suggestion, what all changes you need to do in your lifestyle. So it comes with a suggestion also. So everything, right from certain affirmations or maybe certain meditation, or what healing practice you should do, what food you should avoid. So aura report comes with everything. Okay, so now here it is like I'm just showing here. In this you can see like in first place there it is shown like how there is a congestion of energy which is seen in some bluish orange color. But after healing, how the energy has become in that area as green. So that means when the healing is taking place, before it reflects on the physical body in the reports, first it reflects on the aura level. So here you are able to see like in aura the changes, like whether your healing is working or not. You can also get a before healing, after healing aura done, to understand how powerful your healing techniques are or how powerful your healing method is. Likewise, if you can take a aura, get a whole report done, and practice healing for a couple of months, and then again get a aura scan done, and you can understand like what all changes has happened on the aura level. Okay, so any pain, everything is also getting healed. Now here it is about we did, suppose this is a aura scan about somebody who's having cough. So on the throat level you see so much of congested energy here. Okay, and while healing, when there is a aura scan done, you can see the throat congestion is getting less, and you see a different white energy coming, which is the healing energy which is getting passed on to that person, and which is healing their aura as well as the body. Okay, so even you can see like the crystals also. You can see a crystal which is just we get it without charging, it would be having a dull aura, whereas after charging it is having a bright aura. So likewise this particular now about the before healing cough, the aura report about this man, you can make out like apart from the throat, Okay, there are congested energies in the chest, in the leg area. So all those things which we can make out in the aura as to what is the problems, what are the problems. Now with the aura, we can understand even any future problems which are going to happen. So it is like acting as a precaution. So it is like a report, which is like you don't have to do anything. You just have to get a photo done, and with that, we can take out the report, and even anything which is going to manifest later on. So that first reflects on the aura, then only it goes inside the system or the body. So on the aura level, whatever is there, if there is some heart issues or any other health issues, okay, all those things also would reflect. So you would be able to correct that even before that is manifesting on the body. Okay, so aura report can give you the entire idea about, even suppose there is some starting of depression, so that also would reflect about certain, even some negative energies which are coming from outside, that also comes in the aura. So blockages, leakages of the aura, okay, any kind of negative energy which you're attracting, everything comes in the aura report. So you are completely aware of what it is, and you are even given the suggestions as to what all you need to do to correct it and to make your aura strong. Okay, so that is about aura. Now coming to like what is money reiki. Okay, now money reiki is a different modality, though it is called reiki because it is dealing with energy healing. But it is not of the Dr. Mikauchi's healing system. It is different. It is done by Stephanie Braille, and then like how Karuna reiki was from William V. Rand. So this is a different modality. Now what happens here is like it talks about the different energies. Okay, so here we are covering about what is personal money energy, what is tribal money energy, what is spiritual money energy, and why these three money energies are essential for any growth in the financial or career aspect. Now here we learn about how to clear the blockages in ourselves, how to attract the finance, what is like where we are falling short of. We learn about in our Vishwan Money Reiki, we learn about 7 spiritual laws of money. If we are following those spiritual laws of money, we start to attract more money into life. Then there are separate set of symbols here, and these symbols help us to clear the blockages and make us more successful in our career, to attract abundance. Now when we talk about money reiki, it is not about get rich quick scheme. No, it is understanding where we are falling short and to correct those problems, okay, through the universal law of money, as well as we understand about how to improve the energy in the body to be a better recipient or receiver of money and opportunities. So money reiki helps you to attract more opportunities in your life, and whatever you are deserving, that you will be able to achieve that with the help of the symbols and the treatment technique. Now here it is also about making different money magnets, how to make money magnets, as well as how to have how to make money reiki box, how to, you can even make money magnets and give it to other people for your loved ones, so that they also can attract more prosperity and abundance in their life. Okay, so that is what is about what money reiki. Okay, there are different levels in money reiki as well. So we have the practitioner level, master level, and grandmaster level. Okay, so these are the modalities in money reiki. Okay, then coming to other segments which we do. Okay, that is counseling services which we offer. Okay, so one is the individual counseling. See, often in India we have a particular mind block when it comes to counseling, or approaching a psychologist. They feel like psychologists or counseling is for people who are mad. That is not true. Okay, that is completely false, because see, it is like if you are having cold, you go to a doctor, right? So now what happens is, like, if you go to a doctor, you are like probably just getting a remedy for that, and then that problem is solved. So like counseling doesn't mean like you are having some problem on like your very severe problem. Not essential. Okay, not necessary. Sometimes you don't know how to handle certain things, so you need some counseling because You just want more clarity about your own self. It is about understanding your own self, okay, and to understand what all things are going wrong. Okay, so certain techniques which could help you to control your anxiety or maybe your depression to coming out of it, or certain it is open for everybody, even for people who are not Reiki channels, or it is for anybody. So you don't have to have learned anything here. You can just walk in for a counseling by appointments. Okay, so counseling is about, you get to know about yourself. Okay, improve your confidence, come out of your stage fright, many things about handling stress in life, handling your anger, many more things, okay, related to even your relationship, how to heal, or how to handle your relationship pressure, work pressure. Everything comes in individual counseling. Couple counseling is about the two people who are in a relationship, but somewhere they need to manage their relationship. So somewhere they need to know more about each other, keeping their ego aside. So couple counseling would help them to help them to deal with the problems in their relationship, to handle their relationship in a much positive way. Child counseling is for any child above 4 years of age, where they're able to talk and express. Okay, so child counseling require the parent also to be present there. Okay, so that's why child counseling, I don't do it online. If it is like a very younger kid, it is preferred that they come face to face, because the child needs some time to trust the counselor. Okay, but we have worked wonders with even child counseling, where many things which we are not aware about, any bullying or any other things about the parents, how something in the house which is affecting the child and the parents are not aware of. So those things are also we are able to come out or understand through the child counseling. And with the counseling we can help the child to handle certain situations and to become more confident. Parental counseling is about counseling done to the parents to understand their child better, the children better, as well as what they can do as parents to support the child. Okay, so sometimes it is about the parents having parental anxiety, the parents having difficulty to bring up the child, because they find it difficult to handle. Because see, when at maybe if you're 1980 1990 kid, it would be definitely difficult to handle a child who is born in 2020 21. Okay, so it is, or maybe 20 2010 or plus, because the kids nowadays are very different. There is so much of digital information, so life is so different. So sometimes as parents they also have a lot of stress, like the children would be having stress, the parents also do have stress. So it is about understanding and working as a parent, maybe as a couple, okay, working on your kids, or if you are a single parent, how to cope up the stress of work as well as being a single parent and working on your kids. Okay, so that is about the parental counseling. Okay, then group counseling is about group of people who are getting the counseling done, okay, on similar topics, which could include stress or anger or time or relationship. So that is a group counseling. Corporate counseling is what we offer to the corporates. Okay, so where the set of employees where they want counseling to be done for them. So that is what we do for the corporate counseling. So these are the different modalities. There are many more, but within this session I've tried to cover all those, okay, which are possible to be explained here. There are many more things, but these are the major ones which we are wanting to cover. So with that, I wish you all a happy life and thank you for attending this session. So thank you for attending this session.